Alright. Good afternoon, chat. I am a little late today, but... Welcome. Happy... Thursday. I don't think I've loaded up a save file. Yeah, happy Thursday. Nose is still nosing, but at least there's not the constant sound of a semi outside my window because of the wind, so I'm not as annoyed this stream. I didn't say I was gonna touch grass today, I just said I might not stream. But it's like, I'm really not feeling that bad, even in the nose department, and I don't have a constant noise outside my room today, so I'm like, much less annoyed is the best way of putting it. That said, I did wake up late, so that's why stream's starting late. I guess it's not that I woke up late, it's more that I woke up and I didn't want to leave bed. A job interview? Bad news, it's a video interview. I mean, a lot of companies do the video interviews first now, and it's just like round one now. Normally the last interviews are the... Congrats. Getting an interview is good. Fair enough. I guess I technically would have just picked that co-op the next day, so there was really no point of me doing the double drop right there. Try to pick it up. I'm definitely feeling better, it's just still congested. Nose is congested, but my head hurts less because there's not a constant wind sound going out of my window that sounds like a semi the entire day. And that was the real, like, annoying part yesterday, less so about, like, being congested. Just the constant headache of that noise. Maybe. Thanks for good luck. gotten like 4 silvers already today. I guess that makes sense. It's 3% chances on 15 parsnips. Get quite a few. Characters. I'm struggling with hotkeys. We're on the absolute current patch, yes. Like 1.6.14 or whatever. But I low-key want to go down a patch just to get rid of one of the most annoying bugs in the game right now. But I prefer to run on current patch when I'm doing perfection runs. Bug is that? It's the one that just randomly happens after you eat something and it just pauses the game for like 20 seconds. It happens at least once every single time I go into the mines. Anyways, 1.6 is faster for perfection anyways, so even if I wasn't running on current patch, I would be running on 1.6. 1.5 is significantly slower. Last run, I think I sold my quality crops. About 4. The day before yesterday? I don't remember runs that long ago. I'm gonna say it was something that I messed up due to the fact that the last like 4 days of runs we've actually gotten a run with correct books, whether I like continued or not. Oh, I remember. That's the run where I got 550 iridium ore and 2 prismatic shards, where the average is supposed to be about 5 prismatic shards with that much iridium ore. And I realistically need at least 3 prismatic shards for the run to continue. It was that run. There was also a run I forgot pufferfish at 1.2, yes. There's a run I forgot pufferfish, which I threw myself. There's a run that I forgot sunfish, which I threw myself. There's a few bullshit runs where I just either got screwed on prismatic shards, I got screwed on mines, I got screwed elsewhere. It's been a mixture of bullshit and my own fuck-ups, to be fair. Which is the more annoying part, is my own fuck-ups. Like, I realistically should not be forgetting sunfish and pufferfish. Kinda inexcusable. Me selling the gold quality blueberries is kinda bad, but at least it was like, you know, 40 minutes into the run instead of 3 hours. Less tilted about that. It just so happens that the books were right in that run, but it's not like the run was like crazy. Not the insane loss. I don't even have half that. Actually, I might have half that now. I'd have to check Steam. I don't think I'm at 7,000 hours yet. Last I checked, I was like almost the funny number, like 6,900. That said, I haven't checked in a while, so. We'll take a screenshot when I get to 69, 60. I can't quit at that. Because then we gotta go for 69,000. 69 420 or 420 69 for the double whammy. Years of playtime. You would have to have the game open 24/7 since the game's release if you wanted to have about that much playtime in the game. Theoretically possible. Which farm? We use Forest. It's really the only good speedrun farm. There are a few farms that have very select use cases. I kind of wish I went up, but I'm not walking up there for that. We use Forest. It's just the overall best like farm for speedrunning. Used in like 95% of all runs. Why? Mainly the left side. Having Forge be able to just raw spawn on your farm is incredibly useful. And a lot of the other farms don't really have a advantage that is worthwhile. Sure, the mining farm, you get extra copper, but it's like most runs you don't really need copper, and if you need copper, you need copper plus another thing, so you have to go to the mines anyways. Riverland farm, the only run that needs a smoker is if you are doing a raccoon speedrun, which is not on the official boards, so smoker doesn't really do anything. Four Corners is trying to be a little bit of everything, so which is not the best for speedruns, because you kind of want to dedicate on one thing. Standard has really no advantage other than farming space. Wilderness has no advantage because you don't really want to wait that long for a speedrun. What other farm am I missing? Beach Farm is the other farm that's actually used a decent bit, and it's mainly due to the supply crates. It doesn't really have the disadvantage of sprinklers because the runs that it's used in are runs that you don't need sprinklers for. So the supply crates can be good. And then also being able to get the beach forgeables can be specifically useful. And then I was saving this one for last because it's the most common. It turns out for the Meadowlands farm, starting out with a coop is not very good because guess what? Animals are not very good in this game. Barring a select like 2 or 3. And those are endgame animals that you don't really ever get in a speedrun. So the Meadowlands farm is actually one of the worst farms in the game. It looks nice, but functionality, it's pretty mediocre. There are a few speedruns that use the Meadowland farm, but it literally uses the Meadowland farm for the extra cash injection of being able to sell the chickens right off of rip. What does the Wilderness farm do? I mean, the Wilderness farm at night, monsters spawn on your farm, which you can technically just do with any farm now. And then that also involves having to wait until night, so it's kind of like, eh. Most people don't really want monsters on their farm. They're already scared to the death of the mines in the first place. Stuff, mate, thank you for the prime for 23 months, almost. Oh, damn. Chickens boost your farming XP if you do that. Yeah, but why? Why would you want to have to go out every day to a coop that is literally like 30 seconds away from your farmhouse just to get a little bit of farming XP and basically zero money? Like, you'll notice even in the mayo percent category of the game, we sell a chicken for the money. Even the one category that the Meadowlands farm is made for, you still sell a fucking chicken. You don't actually sell? You gotta sell it anyways. I forgot that we do profit margins now, don't we? Profit margins, OP. You don't even go into the cube now until you get the egg. Interesting. It was never less. It's always been around 10 minutes. I know prior to 10 minutes if I have the garden bundle, but I still have to go, after I get the garden bundle, I have to go buy the seeds and then go home, plant them, and then sleep. So it's like an extra minute-and-a-half. So I reset, like, at the 8.5-minute mark, generally speaking. But I don't split it till the end of the day because I generally don't split it till the end of the day. Yeah, it's just how these runs go. That said, the last few days have actually been really good for books. Just not converting, which really sucks. Part skill issue, part getting cucked by RNG. Love when the game gives me 5 pieces of coal. Yeah, I would have had no idea. Like, even if I had 3 prismatic shards, I would have continued it. But it's like, when I looked at it, I needed 5 for the artful, generous enchants. So in theory, I needed 5, but I would have continued if I had 3. Is more of the difference. It tells me when the books show up. It doesn't really guarantee anything, it just tells me when books show up. It doesn't tell me what books, it's just when. Die. Actually, I should. So disappointing. We see the the last one is a potential quality. Unfortunately, I lost the 1 and 4. Because each spot's like a 96% chance of being basic, 3% being silver, and 1% being gold. I guess technically that last spot, the last 2 spots are slightly higher. No coldest run, so does that mean I'm gonna get a gold parsnip or another reset, aren't we? Why wouldn't it? Always. I mean, let me tell you, the FAQ still doesn't stop people from asking the questions that are in the FAQ. They open it, see how long it is, close it, and then just ask the question. Actually, my bad. Half of them don't even open it. They just ask the question anyways. Called viewer engagement. Yeah, you can tell how much engaged I am with the viewers. Basically sitting in silence for the last like 20 minutes because I'm not getting a gold parsnip. The only question that's acceptable of being asked multiple times a stream is animation canceling. Just because it's animation canceling. Let me just harass him. What do you need, V? Okay, golden parsnip. How about you stop having a fucking Sesame Street voice? It's not that bad. Uh-huh. It's on my bots channel. I think somebody actually posted it recently in my Discord. I don't even think you'd have to scroll for it. It was a few months ago now. What's my hair routine like, a gamer? I wake up, I shower, I dry it off. I even use I use 2-in-1 in conditioner and shampoo. But I have separate body wash. No, sir. Well, then it would just be shampoo because I'm too lazy to do conditioner. Well, not like I have enough hair for it to matter. There's an owl right there. Will the owl change the outcome of this run? I mean, I have conditioner. It's just paired with the shampoo. Owl seed info. Actually, the owl seed only matters after the greenhouse is repaired. So I wasn't gonna get like a bunch of owls. It only starts happening once the repaired. It's weird. Yeah, apparently I rolled decent gene mechanics in terms of that type of stuff, but I don't know, I'm pretty special sometimes. Let's be real. Got a little bit of you know. It takes a unique set of genes to be able to attempt to get perfection in Stardew Valley for around 7 months now. Kind of just water and parsnips for gold quality crop and resetting to shit books. You know, maybe a little hyperfixation in that regard. Just say the word. I mean, I can be on the spectrum without saying the word. It's kind of, it's. I mean, I do. I've taken breaks. And that's the thing. Like, I basically just took a week off because of the holidays. You know. But it's like, I have a... One day I'll get the proper order there. What was I saying? I mean, I take breaks, but if I don't want to play, I don't play. And if I feel like I'm getting tilted, I just stop playing, right? I don't play Stardew off stream, so it's not like I'm overplaying in the game. The only time you see me, the only time I'm playing Stardew Valley is when you are watching me play Stardew Valley. Playing. I mean, I'm playing. Okay. I wouldn't say I'm playing the game right now, but surely this run will give me a gold parsnip and then I can play the game today. I've been speedrunning the game since 1.1. So, I mean, I did a quote-unquote perfection speedrun, yes. But I was basically, like, using 1.5 strats with a mixture of the new items. So, I mean, from basically everybody else's point of view, I was speedrunning. From my point of view, I'm playing casually. You know? It's a difference in perspective. Like, what you basically see right now is essentially the most casual I play Stardew Valley. Realistically. This is the most casual. I wanted to actually say I'm low rolling gold parsnips yet. If I get a gold parsnip in the next like 2 or 3 attempts, we're about average, because I've gotten 1 gold parsnip today already. It's not like I'm at 0. If I was at 0, I'd be low rolling, but I have 1. You guys are just so used to me high rolling them. Fucking hate art steal. 8 item. Conk sound makes it OP, yeah. That works. How about you be unkillable and just go Fimbulwinter Unending Despair and literally never die? I like tank meta when ADCs can't kill tanks, but mages still can. Because it's really funny to just run down an ADC. I mean, I'm just stuck at an endless loop. There's like a 5% chance that each run that I start gets past the first 10 minutes. That's why these perfection speedruns are just really dumb to get a start. I mean, yeah. Oh, he's fucking silver. Be glad it's not Minecraft speedrunning, but at least you can have multiple instances at the same time and you're not committing like hours of your time to resets. Well, I mean, I guess you are, but you have the wall. Minecraft resetting is just like completely different though, to be fair. Just because you can, like, technically view the world before the run starts. Only other game that I can think of that you can, like, view the world before the run starts is Factorio, and they start the timer when the map generates. So they have to, like, inspect the map and then decide, yeah, this is buildable on, and then they play the game. So they have to decide quick. Minecraft speedrunning, it's just like, well, are we next to an ocean? It's a very, I mean, it's just an interesting way of resetting. Had a bagel. Using the predictor during a speedrun not allowed. It is not. I'm not allowed to look at anything involving the seed. Otherwise, I would have a run every single time, and I wouldn't be doing this gold parsnip shit. Because it would be unneeded. I would be able to know whether or not I had the right books within the first 15 seconds of checking. Basically seeded at that point. You're not even allowed to use the predictor in a seeded run. You're not allowed to look at the game file or the save file. The predictor directly interacts with the game's file. The gold parsnip will indicate which days the books show up in the traveling cart, and it's specifically the traveling cart. Because the bookseller does not sell what we want. The thing about Minecraft is if you're not into, like, the building and aesthetic parts of Minecraft, there's really not that much gameplay for you anymore. Because it's all, like, other than speedrunning, obviously, it's all about, like, you know, building a big base, building big farms, or whatever. It's very, like, technical in that regard, where it's less about, like, surviving, I guess. Like, I enjoy, like, how do you, like, I enjoy Terraria more purely because I enjoy, like, the fighting and the active combat of it, right? I like the boss fights. I enjoy that type of stuff. It's the reason why I also like Core Keeper, right? I like that type of game. Like, Minecraft is fun, and our friend group plays it every once in a while, but we play it until we beat the Ender Dragon, and then we don't play past that. Like, we don't care. Like, I don't think I have ever actively used the Elytra before in Minecraft. And we've killed the Ender Dragon, like, 3 times. We just don't care. It's like, people enjoy that, so that's why they still love Minecraft, but it's just like, Again, I prefer the gameplay style of games like Terraria more, personally. When it comes to, like, the sandboxy type games. Sandboxy boss rush. I don't know what you would want to classify it as. I've watched a lot of Feinberg. Again, it's just like... It's only so much. Killing the Ender Dragon is when Minecraft begins. I would argue it's when it ends. Well, I mean, yeah, for most people. But the reason why it begins for most people is because then they could more efficiently gather resources to build whatever farms or whatever shit they want to build. Where it's like, when me and my friends play Minecraft, we find a nice place to settle down. Look at the thing. Build, like, our modest little builds. Maybe have a little cool farm, like a skeleton spawner farm. And that's it. I think our last server we played on was the first time we ever set up a villager breeder and a villager farm. And we had like 5 or 6 villagers total in like the trading hall or whatever. Because we just don't play like that. It's just not how we play. And if you want a comparison of how long between playthroughs we do, our last one was when basically the second part of the Caves and Cliffs came out, and our time we played before that was, I believe, when 1.16 came out. We don't play often. I mean, yeah, Mads is actively in this stream. No matter what, it's a terrible spot with the amount of, with the parsnip layout. There's really no good spot. That ferry lost me like 20 seconds. No, you can do it on any day, but you would have to adjust for the day. And my, the calculations that I'm using for it are specifically on day 5, so I have to harvest them on day 5. Because you have to keep all the constants the same. So it's like there's, I believe it's 3 things that go into what is a golden parsnip or not. It is, or I'm sorry, 4 things. It is the day that you harvested on, the spot it is in, so the location, which are consistent, so day 5, and then the spot, I always plant in the same spots. Your farming level, which is also always consistent. I'm level 0 farming for the first 13, and on 14 and 15, I'm level 1. And then the only thing that actively changes is the game seed. So we can limit the variables. And we don't technically, it doesn't technically tell us what the game seed is, but the RNG that determines when books show up in the traveling cart also uses the same logic. So you can correlate it because you're isolating variables. I'm definitely not explaining it as well as I could be. Somebody like Blade or Alexa would definitely explain it much better. But you just gotta know it's basically isolating variables so we can correlate it with other things. Because the traveling cart like works in the same way, essentially. It has the seed and then it has a bunch of fixed variables, like the date that it shows up on. It also has like this hash thing that I don't fully understand. It's just a correlation. It used to be. On 1.5, you used to be able to correlate it with enchantments. You can't anymore. 1.6 removed that. There were some RNG changes done at the Forge, and it just so happens that it's not revertible via legacy RNG, so it's just unpredictable. Alright, now I'll say I'm over like gold quality parsnips, by the way. Like a few runs ago, I would say I wasn't, but now I'm actually just looking. I'm good. The average British skin color. How little sun they get. Huh. That was the rightmost spot, right? don't think I got... I have one now. As I say, I don't think I got a piece of... I got a text dentist that's in Illinois. I'm not gonna be there. Oh, literally asking for a job opportunity. We need somebody to man our front desk. You have no experience needed. Honestly, that would be a low-key job. If I was still in Illinois, I might actually do that. If you hold down right click, left click, and X on your keyboard, you can, and then hover your mouse to the right or left of you or the up and down of you, you can plant 2 rows at the same time. Yes, all those keys have to be pressed. I don't know, Chad. I'm kind of feeling Fish Farm Bundle for this one. Don't mess it up. Yeah, it was my fault. I don't know. Approved. I mean, the game owes me a fucking garden bundle with how long it took it to give me a goddamn a golden parsnip. Green bean, potato, kale. Also, we got really good quality. Green bean, potato, kale. That's crazy. I was almost like I was stuck on days 1 through 5 for the first hour and a half of today's stream. Being on day 6 is gasp. It's illegal. That's not allowed. God, it's crazy that these things give 75 energy. I understand that they're hard to get in bulk early, which is like why it's like okay and not like completely busted, but 75 energy? I just wish the horse was better for speedruns. And then I might do funny shenanigans with that. I just can't ever see the horse being worth getting. You just end up using warps for friendship. It's just not as good. I love floor 5. Oh man, I love floor 5. It's such a cool floor. Literally hated floor, and it's not even close. I don't even hate floor 19 that bad compared to most people. It gets bad, but it's like... I'm really not that big of a floor 19 hater. For those wondering, floor 19 is the spiral floor. Floor 5 is just consistently my worst floor. I feel like I should have more copper with the amount of nodes I've broken so far. Fuck, Dirk's not magnet ring, is it? We're getting a glow ring on 20. Fuck. Can we get off my hitbox? I mean, I literally can't hit you. Tempted to hit these rocks, just they're one hits. Yeah, I love that. That's an unfortunate mistype. I don't really want to allow it still, so how about you just retype it without the mistype? Wait, how would... never mind. Daggers are bad. I hate to inform you, but there is a reason why I got rid of the sword for a dagger. It's almost like swords are somehow worse than daggers. I could get the steel broadsword on the floor 20 chest, and I would still use the iron dirk over it. Just so we're clear. The first sword that I'll take over a dagger is legit the forest sword, because that can actually 2-hit enemies. Oh yeah, swords are obviously easier to use, but they're the lowest skill cap. Oh, I did get the magnet ring. Nice. I thought I was gonna get a glow ring. These are remix mines, correct? Remix mines gives you the highest likelihood of getting a club, which is the best weapon type. And then it also gives you a chance of being able to get a magnet ring, which is like insane. The quality of life of a magnet ring in a run like this is so nice. I keep forgetting I don't actually have to walk back for the stone because I have a magnet ring. How can you get the remix mines? It's in this advanced settings tab when you're creating the farm. There's enough barrels over here. It's probably worth walking over. I'll get a few good carrots. Money's okay. Great, but am I chugging the cave carrots for 50 gold? Oh, I guess. I mean, boots with immunity are low-key, like, really good early on. Even if it's just one immunity, because it reduces the chance that you get slowed by a slime by so much. Because of how the slime debuff works. Normally for debuffs, immunity is like a 10% decrease, but because of how the slime slow works, having a base 30% chance of applying, it's even more. Because it's a 30% chance, and then it has to hit a 90% chance instead of just the 30. Where other things would just be, it's a 90% chance. The difference is having to lose twice, essentially. I just realized how, like, kind of bad this looks. Copper, I feel like, should be better with the amount of copper I've gone for. I guess I've kind of been a little privileged with paces recently, just because the last few runs I've done have gotten clubs early on. If I can still block this guy for enough. Maybe a freaky on this floor already, but it's a 50-50. Huh. You know, the worst part is I'm kind of down to skip that. Am I? I'm not. I like the glow ring right now, though. Kind of the issue. And it's also useful for a little bit of the navigation in the community center. Also, you never read this book, I don't think, even if it's combat. It's 500 gold. You technically save 5,500 gold later, but 500 gold can be a pretty big turn. I need 205. You're thinking of my day 2 after I make the furnaces, where I only need 145 because I need 60 for furnaces. So the real total is 205. Only if that was tomorrow. If that crate spawned tomorrow, it would have been a forest sword. Honestly, there's only like 2 up there. I'm passing out for this. Mine could have been better. Definitely been so much worse. I'm still going just because of I want to try to get a forest sword. To be fair, Stardew was at like the last 2 GDQs and whatever events they've had in between it. They normally don't accept the same game like twice in a row. Even like the popular games, it's generally twice, or it's generally every other. Yo. Those barrels are always so... it's telling you log out. It's telling you go to the main menu. Which I don't plan on doing, so. Forever. Barrels just... Why ever break them? I have a pretty big issue with coal this run, aren't I? That happens when I have a dagger run. If that spot spawned yesterday, I would have got him a pork. Oh. I'm still concerned about the jade. Still concerned about coal. Coal's like the main thing I'm concerned about, to be. Anything with a little bit more damage would be nice. Pretty sure that's a shirt right there. I'm just not gonna pick it up because I have quality bundles, so I will just pick up a little bit of extra iron as I see it. I need 41 plus 3. I need 44 coal right now. And then I should have everything else. I literally just need 44. Oh, and a jade. Probably shouldn't be that much more iron. Just... good rolls at least. One total. For 5. Need 13 more coal. God. Fucking all the way down there. Fuck. Good shape. I'll play the run without a jade, even though I don't really want to. There's no good way of selling it, is this shoot chat? I'll need 9 more coal. Money. Hey, I'm pretty sure it's a 50% chance of getting coal, but the dust sprites believe that. Yeah, we're overkill on iron and copper by quite a large margin. I'm literally just resetting for coal. And a jade. And a purple. Basic sprinklers, actually. I don't use quality sprinklers at Telm Ginger Island. Five coal. 5 more pieces still. Go for fun. Damn. We're doing a run with no jade. I mean, it's fine, but Crystallarium's gonna just not be working for a month. To put into a Crystallarium to duplicate so we can get staircases. We can trade staircases at the Desert Trader for on Sundays. Gates for staircases. It's the best trade in the game. Will it get me literally hundreds of staircases throughout the run? Makes monster eradication and Skull Cavern runs much easier. Now the book is being sold for 500 gold. Let's hope Asphodel. Honey's kind of a little scuffed. I don't think I've ever unironically done the Emerald for Cheese trade. It is not good. I don't need a snip. I already double checked. It's the carrot I need. Emerald, most useless of the gems. Is that? I mean, it has sell value at least. Yes, you can. Summer 19th. Summer 19th, fall 14th. Gonna have to be quite honest, these book dates look horrendous. For how late we're gonna be getting like the fishing book, but artisan, a blueberry. Gus isn't getting VIP treatment, he just has keys to the town like you get later. He just understands that Pierre is not at his counter until like right at 9 again. He leaves in the morning to stock, so if you're not there first thing in the morning, he's not tending the register. So he knows to wait. No, it implies that he's been in the town long enough or has met Key. Summer night. or no key enough to get keys to the town. It implies that much. Not every year, no, but it's seeded to the file. Twelve, 13, 14. If it rains on the 16th then. Okay. If it rained on the 16th tomorrow would be really bad. No. We have a 90% chance of getting a farming book on the year 3 check. And a 10% chance of getting a combat book. Basically, if we don't get a fishing book on fall 14th, the run's dead. Technically speaking, if I get a farming book, there's technically a chance the run continues. It's a 30% chance, and I don't really want to play 6 hours for a 30% chance. Because by the time that I get to check, because of the dates, by the time I get to check, it is winter 7th of year 3, which means I've been on Ginger Island for an entire month. So unless if it's a 70% chance, I'm not continuing. My mods haven't separated for versions because we allow down patching, so you just play on the whatever the most optimal version is. And for the most part, it's 1.5 or 1.6, excluding glitchless. I'll just fuck that then. I never really care about getting truffle because the truffle takes 0 commitment. It's whenever I get rabbit's foot or duck feather I'm annoyed. Very easy. Yeah. It just doesn't matter because I can just get everything due to the fact that I'm not like rushing the community center. Walk this. That fish farm plus geologist. Yeah. Combat doesn't take long if you just start farming, or if you start going for, monster eradication goals. Like 6,800. To be fair, Grandpa's Shrine just ends up giving more Iridium than what most people ever need in their playthroughs, so it doesn't matter. We're an hour and 10 minutes in. Probably soon to be 0 minutes in though. Basically betting on a 1 in 5 for the run to continue on the 14th. Shadow Wolf, thank you for the 38. It's going well. Level 4 yet? Level 5. Oh wait, no, it's it should be. I shot down so many. Farm is this? This is the forest farm. Alright, well, to the 14th to determine if the run continues or not, I guess. If there's no fishing book in the traveling card on the 14th, the run is probably dead. I'll double check it, but my notes say it needs to be a fishing book. Fall 12th, winter 7th. Fall 12th is mining, winter 7th is foraging, winter 28th is combat. Okay. Okay. If we got 1%ed. Shall we? Oh, wow, that actually spawned. Monthly. The whatever. I'm in the bathroom real quick. I'll do at least one more gold quality. The books were just bad. I'm like, I might go in and redo the parsnip pattern at some point, unironically, or not, like, seriously. Some of the spots, like, you look at them and they make sense in terms of, oh, hey, if I get this book, I'll get, or if I get the combat book here, I'll get the fishing book here. And it, like, works. The issue is for that, in that particular run, I would have gotten the combat book on winter 7th of year 3 and the fishing book on winter 28th year 3. I get to Ginger Island by about like fall 7th, fall 14th, depending on how late the rain day is in fall. I'm on Ginger Island for a month and a half before I get those books. That's why I don't fully like the year 3 books. Well, you get to check them earlier. Sure. It's just like you need the book, like the book tech only works in the fall and like, or the fall and winter book checks because of how they're like mathed out. Ninja versus Gamer, thank you for the Prime. I think what I need to do is go in and remove some of the like the super late ones, specifically that spot, and look for a spot that's more like, while it doesn't have like the ideal set where it's like combat into fishing in fall and winter, it has a bunch of fall checks and a bunch of summer checks. So it's like at minimum I get like multiple book checks. And then they're in different seasons, so they're not correlated to each other, so it's like the highest possible chance otherwise. Because I generally find the runs that have the most success, or the ones that actually get the books, are the runs that have the books during the Desert Festival. Because they're basically on their own line. So it just like works. Right? But I might go in and remove some of them and try to find some better spots. So we might have a new pattern tomorrow, but we'll see. Because it's like I've been saying for a while, I hate spot 15. I really do. Spot 15's kind of gross. I can get rid of spot 15, you know. I'm still fine with the year 3 books. It's just like the super late year 3 books. It's namely the winter ones. Or the winter books I have an issue with. The issue is there's no way to do it in year 1 without losing way too much time. So the entire reason or purpose behind all this book shenanigans is the fact that I want to buy the skill books to get level 10 in both fishing and combat without actually having to do the work for it, because it's significantly faster. The reason it's in the traveling cart is because the traveling cart sells the books in an unlimited amount. So that means I can buy 60 books and go from level 0 to level 10 in any skill that shows up for money. It's 6,000 gold a book, and I need 60 books. That's 360,000 gold for each skill. Yes, you can make that type of money in year 1 fairly easily if you're looking at it from a more casual and min-maxy setting, but in a speedrun, that's slow. How much XP do you get? Oh, you get level 10 by doing monster eradication. Here's the thing. You can kill the monsters faster if you're already level 10 with Acrobat, and then you can also trade the combat books for Monster Musk, so you don't have to go through the effort of getting the 30 slime and 30 bat wings. So it just ends up being faster. Because then you can use Monster Musk to get the prismatic slime, which makes that faster. And then again, like, killing monsters with abundance of Monster Musk is really nice, because I do bats last. The main thing is, like, it's because I do bats last and I don't want to farm bat wings. Because then I would have to farm the dust sprites for the burglar's ring, essentially, to do bats to get a decent amount of bat wings, or I have to farm 30 bat wings prior to burglar's ring. So it's kind of just like mainly the monster musk issue. I would argue it saves quite a bit, Piano, purely because of the volcano prior to getting Artful on your hammer. And then it's especially important if you have a seed where you just don't get Artful on your hammer. Like the previous run that had good enough books, I needed 5 prismatic shards to get generous and Artful. So there's just some seeds that you're just not gonna get Artful. So you kind of need Acrobat. Make up for it. I guess you could say it's like the other way around too. If you have Artful, you don't need to worry as much about Acrobat. Which I can say is fair. And then maybe I could use that thought process for the next run that just gets completely screwed by Prizzies and just play it anyways. As long as I have enough prismatic shards to get generous, I guess it's okay. Having one of them is like good enough because generally you're not doing combos like back to back to back. There's like that like moment of downtime. You probably only need one or the other. What do remix bundles do? It changes the bundles in ways. You would on you'd have to read the wiki because like each room is different of how the remix bundles actually affects it. Like the pantry, it just replaces bundles. Like it's swapped. It's like the art or the quality crops can either be rare crops or quality, and then the quality crops can also have different quality crops that you need. So instead of having to get melons, corn, and parsnips, and pumpkins, it could be like eggplants, hot peppers, blueberries, yams. And then rooms like the bulletin board, just like it has a pool of like 12 different bundles it can be, and it just picks from 6 of them. It actually gets fairly complicated. And then some bundles are always the same. So you always have the Summer Forge is always Summer Forge. There's no difference. It's always the same exact same 3, and it will always show up in the exact same spot. I mean, I've been doing that, though. Like, if I'm poor in a run and I can't afford, like, the 70 combat books, I'll just read up until, like, I have 8 books left and then trade those. And I'm close enough to level 10 where it's, like, a quarter of the way through monster eradication goals, I get Artful, or I get Acrobat, and it just doesn't really make that big of a difference. Especially because the point in time that I would get it is in the volcano mines, which is, you know, the spirits kind of like to go wherever the hell they want. You don't need the combo 24/7. It does. It's really hard to control, especially since I'm just not the fastest person at animation canceling. But Swift helps a lot. I'm pretty sure Swift is mathematically better than Powerful with animation canceling, but I always forget which one's actually better. Realistically, there's not that much a difference, unless if you're frame perfectly doing animation cancels, I think. But I know one is actually just better than the other, in theory. To be fair with the RNG statement, I'm making it very difficult for myself. I could consistently finish this run if I just did crab pots and did left side forge tilling and didn't really worry about the combat books and just did the slower way. You can consistently finish. It's purely because I'm YOLOing these books to get an ungodly time. Like, the time that I'm going for is probably near impossible without books. Due to the fact that you're just gonna, by default, lose like 45 to 50 minutes by doing crab pots over fishing books alone. Having to manually fish for fishing level 3, followed by having to do the fishing, the community center fishing with without the early books, and then into harvesting hundreds or thousands of crab pots. And then I was just ranting, or not really debating, but like just talking with Piano about like the combat books, essentially. Or like combat books. Yappin', yeah. I definitely should be like more lenient on the runs and not just like reset over like the pettiest thing at this point. I feel like I've been resetting over petty things recently. You just never know. Back when I was routing Joja no waivers, you were probably using the were you using the exploit where you can just buy the fishing, the fiberglass fishing rod like super early with the food buff? Because that was patched out. That was removed. So you actually have to do all the way to level 3 fishing now manually. I think the combat books are definitely worth it, purely because of the monster musk, though. I think I was always doing. I never downloaded any newer patches. Fair enough, but I want to do perfection on current patch, so each their own with that. So I actually lose quite a bit of time to that now for the backup. I'd agree. What's happening? I'm praying to get a gold parsnip. Game patch had a lot of useful stuff. The big 2 adjustments was not the guaranteed club on floor 5 anymore on day 9, and then the being able to buy stuff outside of your level with food buffs. Those were kind of the 2 big things. Can't think of anything else off the top of my head. Also, my entire run is ignoring the complete elephant in the room. If I down patch, if I down patch and I want to redo money, you just do fish ponds. Right? You just do fish pond manip. and don't worry about money the rest of the run. You need to go golden crackers. I realized after I said that, and you would still need to make the money. But still. I'm down patching. Shows you how much I actually know about that tech. Oh, I think the other part of your test that you're forgetting is the amount of mats you needed for the tents. Because you were doing it with tents, right? That's like a lot of fiber. That's enough fiber where you probably need to go out an extra green rain to harvest that much fiber. Not to mention the cloth. Been gone a while. I have no idea what that is. On one of the patches, there was an exploit with fish ponds and golden crackers, where each day, if there wasn't anything new in the fish pond, it wouldn't wipe what was in it, and then the golden animal cracker would do the check of doubling it. So you would basically get a tiger slime egg. Or you would get lionfish. You would give them an animal cracker. Or get it to produce a tiger slime egg. Empty it until that there's one left. So there's a very low chance of it producing something else. And then like we had ways of moving it to manip it so it just wouldn't. So it would keep doubling it every day until you would get up to 999. And then you would have to do this twice because you would need the first one, or like you would need to get 500 of them, fill up the rest of your inventory. So when you harvest it, you only take out 500 and it keeps the other 500 in there. So the next day it would double it. So essentially you would get 500 tiger slime eggs every single day. Which is what? Was it like 2 million gold a day per fish pond? Blade has a video on it, as always. I think it's like 2.4 million gold a day. If you're wondering how the seeded open or the Joja waiver run is 5 hours, Cord, that's how. They make the money to get the nut room open, get a golden animal cracker, and then do that. And you get all 50 million gold in the span of 5 hours. Actually disgusting. And the nice part about the tech is it's perfection locked, right? Like no category would do it outside of perfection because you need the skill room open. So it's like, there's no reason to ban it unless if you just don't want perfection runners running it. And it's I think it's interesting tech. It also goes back to why I like to run on current patch. Because I think non-seeded runs should run on current patch, just so like the seeded runs actually have something to like be unique for, because otherwise like the seeded run would kind of mostly be similar to like the unseeded route. Obviously there's going to be differences in like perfect outcomes, but it's like generally the overall same route, where on 1.5 you had the casino. So it's like if seeded can down patch and use all these fun exploits, there would actually be a more interesting reason to run seeded over unseeded. Does it make unseeded harder? Sure, but if you're doing perfection, I feel like it should be in the spirit of the game in terms of like running on the current patch. And have to deal with all the bullshit everybody else has to deal with. That said, I do want to down patch because of the fucking animation bug while eating. Because that's just a stupid 20-second time loss every time I enter the mines. Just like, why? Like, how does that happen? That was like worse than the animation canceling bug back in like 1.3 that CA fixed. Because you can't even animation cancel out of it, and you have to like wait the time for the game to unfreeze. It's like it's going through the eating animation like 3 times. Arguably no. I don't think there was any content really added past like the first few updates. But I mean, there was a lot of balance changes and game fixes that would argue actually like kind of warps how the game is played, at least in a speedrunning setting. I'm just spouting out, like, I'm just yapping about my thought process about it. Not everybody has to agree with me, obviously, and can have different opinions on it. Yeah, it's, I mean, it's a bug, and it has nothing to do with animation canceling, because it affects people who don't have it, too. It's just a really weird really weird bug. Yeah. And it's, like, not a quote-unquote competitive category, so I don't know why you wouldn't, like, try to make it the most viewer entertaining or viewer engaging in terms of like, yeah, I'm running on the same patch as you, and you don't have to do this, and this to run on this patch instead because of this, and this reason. Speedruns have set weather. Speedruns also have set books and set community center bundles. Smile. Almost like it's everything that I want to go my way in an unseeded route. Just exit the title on the correct second. True, why did I think of that? The gold parsnip tells me when books show up in the traveling cart. One 1.6 is like in the speedrunning community, I feel like is a love and hate relationship. Like it's actually a really good patch, but there's just some things that just are not fun for speedruns, but other things that are really fun for speedruns in my opinion. New patch, new bullshit, I guess. How efficient would money farming rates in Skull Caverns actually be, by the way? Like, let's say you can force purple slime eggs. Is that even the most expensive one? Or can you get more from iridium bars? I can't imagine it being that... Maybe it is good. Like, I can see it being good, but at the same time, I feel like it's not time efficient. So it's like real life time efficient, but it's not in-game time efficient, I guess is what I'm thinking. Wait, how do you read mail and get a plus 2.5 speed buff? What in the glitch? I'm assuming like mail injection is stupid. Can you just like stack the speed books by reading mail? I assume you just get the 0.5 from the mail by getting the books, and then do you just spawn in coffee and spice eels, or I guess magic rock candy? Add buff. And you just add 2.5? Can't you just add more? Or is it just not controllable? Can't customize the buff, so you have to use the built-in. What's the 2.5? Is that the horse? Oh. Oh, an infinite savage ring, you say? That is fucked up. I low-key gotta try that now. I have to play Glitch just because of that. That sounds so funny. How long is Glitch Perfection again? 4 minutes? Yeah, I wish it was like a I wish it was like a 20-minute run and then we submit that for GDQ. That would be a funny fucking GDQ shit post. Like a 20-minute perfection run. 4 minutes is like a little too short. That's great. How long is monster and fish catching Habu? That's what glitch true perfection entails. I do monster eradication in about 3 days. 4 days of time. Because I do the... I do the entire... I get to 115 and then I do dust sprites. Which is 1 day. Then the next day is the remainder of the ones in the danger in the deep or the regular mines. Then I spend an entire day doing slimes. And then a portion of the day doing serpents. After that, on the next big Skull Cavern dive, or like the... after that, when I go and get the shards for, or not the shards, the key gems to getting to floor 100 on that, I get the dinos and the bats, and then it's just mummies. So what, like 4 or 5 in-game day? It's like 4 full in-game days. Those are what, like 20 minutes each? 4 times 20, like 80 minutes, like an hour and a half, probably. Fishing's got to be less than an hour, right? If you just spawn everything in. Once you get to floor 100 of Skull Caverns with the Skull Cavern Invasion quest, you can just turn it back to harder. I'm probably only going to do 1 more gold parsnip today. Because if I get a gold parsnip and it gives me garden bundle and then we actually get the books, I'm legit going for 8 hours today. But that's fine. I would not be able to do it tomorrow, though. Because, today is actually my aunt's birthday and we're going to go to a restaurant with her tomorrow. My aunt here is like the second mom. Michelle. We love Michelle. It wasn't booked 5 months in advance. My sister told me we were going yesterday. I'm normally not told family outings until a few days before. Not like I'm normally busy enough where I have something planned on that day. Let's be real. I'm a fucking Twitch streamer. Alright. Have a... I'm gonna say it right now, that's spot 13. Don't let me forget that. Spot 13, spot 13. Oh, I had a piece of coal. Hehe. I'm just gonna sell 2 dandelion. I mean, I'm trolling, but it's like a loss of like 7 seconds. I don't care that much. Bets, spot 13. Yep. That up. Hopefully there's nothing by Linus's tent. Otherwise he gets to keep it, I guess. Not gonna lie, chat, I low-key don't want to get Garden Bundle on this run just because I don't really want to stream for 8 hours and I want to go get food. But Say no to a run. Of course, why do you think I said it? I mean, I will. I will have to. Probably take a food break after I confirm the books. Don't worry, it's just your third run in a row without spring onions on first check day. Books. I'm feeling fish farm bundle. Sticky bundle sucks. Oh well. Spot 13 wasn't great anyways. I'm gonna have to revise the spots probably. We might have a different parsnip layout tomorrow. Oh well. We got a run today at least. It wasn't like yesterday, which just sucked the entire day. But yeah, that will be it for me. I will be on tomorrow doing more runs. We'll see if we have a new funny parsnip layout. Yeah. If there's somebody I can write. Oh. Right, just yep. I don't see anybody with the scroll. All right, I'm gonna be. I do appreciate you guys watching. Appreciate you guys joining in. I'll be back on tomorrow. Probably at the earlier time. I started stream like an hour late today. So probably about an hour earlier, just so I actually have time if I do get a run going. So yeah, other than that, I do appreciate you guys watching. Appreciate you guys joining the stream. Hope you guys have a great rest of your evening, great rest of your day. Stay safe out there and just take care. Later. Peace.